Welcome back, everybody. We are back on the Mega Farm. It is March of year 2, and we are kicking off with some silage bale selling. I do apologize. Apparently, I lost some video, so kind of recording this with voiceover at the beginning of another video, and we're kind of picking up in the middle of this silage sale, although you haven't really missed anything because all I've done up to this point is sell silage. So we're going to continue on with the year 2 of the Mega Farm. We got some big plans for the farm, some big upgrades this year, some new land, some new equipment. Man, it is going to be a great year. So welcome back, everybody, for year 2, and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, everybody, here we are to sell our next load of silage here at the farmer's market. So just popped over and checked on Sam. He's on the tractor spraying herbicide on our fields. Just popped over and checked on him. He's doing good. So we're going to let him keep working. We're going to get our silage, keep selling our silage, and keep rocking along. So there's another 85.5 in silage. So we're up to 267 now, and we are bumping along. I was also just looking at the loan calculator, and we got enough money we can take a loan to buy a field. So I'm going to get the truck headed back to the farm here and kind of give that some thought on what we want to do for that. Probably going to go, a little squirrely there. Yeah, that's what happens when you wind that truck up that fast and then you oversteer. It doesn't like to play well with this trailer. So all right, we will get them headed on over to the farm. Let's see what we got going here. So check on our time-saving stock. I don't know that we got a much. We got some alfalfa. That's interesting. Why do we have alfalfa? Oh, we have alfalfa in windrow because we forgot to wrap that one bale. So got about 1.1 million liters of silage still to sell, so we're going to bank another 250,000 for that, almost 260,000. So we'll be just a little north of 500,000. And then we are going to look at, so we can take a max loan right now of $4.3 million, which will buy us another field. And that is probably what we're going to do. So I'm going to take a look at the map here and see maybe what I want for fields. We don't want to get too far from the farm. So I'm thinking maybe field 57 is $3.4 million. I don't think we can, yeah, we're not nearly enough to touch that one. So that's 4.6 million, which we don't have enough money to buy. Won't have enough. 4.3 million. So we got 179 acres. I wonder how much of that is farmable. So we got 179 acres with 155 acres farmable. That's a pretty substantial field there, and we're going to be missing. We're going to have considerably less than that on this field. So we got 124 acres farmable there. And let's pop over here just for giggles, because old Sam ought to just be about done. So we're 100% fertilizing this field. We've got oats growing. We're 97% yield. We got no weeds growing, and we're at 97% yield because we didn't mulch it. So I typically don't mulch it because mulching takes a long time. You only get a 2.5% yield bonus for it. So, in that instance, the juice just really isn't worth the squeeze. So we're going to take a look at this. You know what, guys? I think we're going to do it. We're going to put this farm in further debt and see if we can make even more money for our investors. So we're going to do the take a loan, and now I completely forgot how much that field was, and I don't really need to take any more than that amount of money out of there. So $349, $3,490, $200. We're going to $200 probably. So let's go here. Let's take a loan. Do we want to take a little bit more than that? I think we're going to take a little bit more than that and see about upgrading. See about picking up another tractor. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we'll take $4 million. We'll take $4 million out of that. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 4 million. We're gonna pay that back. Let's see what we get if we pay that back over 10 years. 3.5 interest rate, $40,000 a month payment. That's gonna jack our payment up pretty good. We do 5 years. What if we do 5 years? $73,000 a month. We pay 4.3 million back. Let's go back to 10 years. We'll pay 4.7 million back with the finance fees. Is that what I want to do? Sure. I mean, what the hell? What's the worst can happen? We go bankrupt. So $40,000 a month. That's $480,000 a year to make that loan. Plus our equipment payments is going to push us probably into the neighborhood of about 600, maybe 700,000, which we should bring in easily. Especially having that second farm. So let's, you know, I didn't even think to look at what that field had in it. Peas. Interesting. We can't harvest peas. We cannot harvest peas. Peas harvest. Peas harvest in July and August, which would allow us to harvest that. To be perfectly honest, I do have a mod that lets me harvest peas with my combine. Obviously, that's a little cheaty, and I would ordinarily do that. I wonder when they planted them, though. Well, they had to have planted them in March because it's just now March, so they would have to be ready in July or August, which would allow me to get a planting of grass on that field if I wanted to, and take a whole lot of silage off of that field if I really wanted to. Well, we'd plant 3 fields of silage. We should be printing money on silage, although we're harvesting silage. I think, let me see if there's anything else around there. We didn't really take out enough money to buy 4.3 million. We'd have to go back and take more out. That doesn't have anything growing in it. Yeah, we're just going to buy that. 3.9 million, we just bought it. Sam's about to wrap up fertilizing field 52 there. We'll get him over here to, or he's not fertilizing, he's herbiciding. Let's take a look at this one again. So we are 100% fertilized. We are 92% yield, and we just have some weeds growing. So tell you what, we're going to get Sam over here to knock out some herbicide on that field when he gets there, and we'll figure out a way to harvest peas. We will figure out a way to harvest peas. They're ready. All right, let's get hooked back up with some silage and keep knocking out the silage money. Yeah, our bales are getting a little wonky here. We may have to do something a little funky here. We may have to load what's sitting on the outside of here. We'll get a little bit less for this load because we're going to have that stupid grass bale on here. Oh, damn it. That's no good. All right, let's try this nonsense again. That didn't work out very well. Let's unload it and let's load it again. Tell you what, let's strap it down this time and let's get ourselves circled back around. Get some more silage bales on this puppy. Over and see Sam. Is he done? You done, Sam? Says he's done. Equipment's all folded up. Oh, we got weeds growing there. Look like Sam may have missed a couple of rows. So tell you what we're going to do. We're going to unfold that spray. Oh, that's not the case. Dadgummit. Oh, Sam's out of herbicide. We're going to get old Sam over to the herbicide. Man, we're going to have to get a bigger sprayer. Especially since that field we just bought's the same size. You know what? We don't need a bigger sprayer. Well, we do need a bigger sprayer. I wonder if we can put liquid tanks on this tractor. I'm going to pull this sucker in the workshop and see if we can put liquid tanks on it. So line black beauty rim color. We have no option to upgrade tanks. on that. What about our sprayer? Can it be upgraded? It cannot be. We can't put any more sprayer on there. So, all right, try getting back in the tractor. Boy, it is getting late, which is fine. Like I said, we need Sam to finish knocking out this last field. It's really all I care to get done in March. We'll get him herbiciding the peas in April. If I remember which one of these is, check on our truck driver while we're at it. He's still headed along there. Hopefully he don't make a wrong turn anywhere. All right, we're full of herbicide. Let's get Sam back in the field. Get him back in the field. Come on, Sam. Looks like it's going to get dark on us, folks. That is all right, because we ain't afraid of the dark. I think right here is where we stopped. So let's do the last waypoint. Where those Sam get busy, he should. Yeah, he's going to unfold right there. So he is spot on with our waypoint. Jump over here, see how we're doing. We're still doing good here. We are still rolling along. So we're going to turn that off. We're going to turn the auto worker off. And we're going to pick that up right there. We actually shouldn't have much we need to get done. I'll have to go ahead and hire a driver to drive the truck back to the shop, back to the farm. We'll get Sam over back to the farm and ready, filled up. And then we are going to look for a silage, not a silage tank, for a liquid tank, an auxiliary tank that will go on the tractor so that it'll hold enough herbicide to spray that whole field. $83,000. So the difference in that dadgum grass bale and a silage bale was over $2,000. Where are you going? Oh, apparently I got my auto driver set up to drive through the grass. So we'll get out and widen the grass. We can do that. Oh, we don't have got Sam anymore. We got Opke. And I don't know why Opke is fertilizing at 14 miles an hour, but he is, so we're going to. All right, we have finished work here, so we're going to drive back over to the farm. This is going to become our main fieldwork tractor because it's got its own liquid tanks. It's going to have this liquid tank, so it will have some capacity for additional liquid. We'll probably make sure we got plenty of fertilizer. I believe those liquid tanks that come with the tractor hold 1,800 liters, and then we bought a 1,500 liter tank to go with them. So we're going to have an additional 3,300 liters of fertilizer or herbicide, depending on what we're spraying. Yeah, that's going to work out good for us. That's going to work out really, really good for us. So. All right, we're going to get the sprayer over here. We're going to fill it up, and probably we'll just leave it right here because this is where it's going to be, or this is where it's going to go to work pretty close. So what do we got? 5,200 liters on our sprayer, 4,300 liters on our sprayer. Whoa. So we're only going to have about 7,000 liters, 7,600 liters. sprayer capacity, which isn't great. But I suppose it could be worse. We're going to put this tractor right here for right now. We're going to jump over into the truck. We can get around here and get ready to load up some more silage. Hopefully we can do this without running into our silage pile this time. And then one thing we want to get when we finish selling off all this silage is we are going to put a bale storage barn here. We can store all this stuff in nice and neat inside, so we're going to shut that. I'm going to start that there. You know what? We got to wait for that tractor to drive on. I wonder where that tractor's at. He's cruising on along at 50 miles an hour. I don't dump herbicide. I don't fill up with herbicide. There we go. There we go. 7,600 liters of herbicide. Ready to rock. That should get that field sprayed. Alright, here we are. Another $8,500 worth of silage. We will head this man home. Ooh. Easy there. Hang on to it. Hang on to it. There we go. Just didn't a lot for us to do. He's doing it right. He is doing it right. For a change. Well, while we're waiting, let's just look at the used equipment. I will browse this quite a bit to see if there's anything in here we just cannot live without. You know something we're going to have. That's a forage wagon. I don't think our tipper wagon. Oh, it will hold peas. Sweet. Sweet. It will hold peas. Something to think about. Where do we sell peas? How about we? I don't know why he's not turning the lights on. I have something that tells it not to turn the lights on. I thought they automatically turn the headlights on. Apparently they don't. Alright, so we will hold peas. Oh, we were going to go look at where peas sell because we don't have any way to store peas. But we're not going to get the peak price for them. Alright guys, I tell you what, we don't have anything to do except wait on the tractor to get back. So I think we are going to wrap this video here and we will pick up with you guys the next video, and it will be April when we see you guys again. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you don't. Thanks a lot guys. We'll catch you in the next episode. Welcome back in everyone. It's June and we are ready to harvest some grass. So I was checking our grass out, and we'll take you guys over here and take a look at it. Grass is looking good. It is ready to harvest. It's nice and thick with a 97% yield bonus. That should yield us some, not nearly as many bales as we got off of the other field, and probably about a third of the bales that we got off of the other field, but that is all right. You guys can see the peas are looking lush. They're in the fourth growth stage, so they'll be ready to harvest next month, or should be. And the oats, same way, they are looking full, and they're fourth growth stage also, so they should be ready to harvest in July as well. So we are going to have our work cut out for us in July. I did do some looking. I think I'm going to lease I'm going to lease an auger wagon for. I say that, I don't know. Maybe I'll just buy it. And I say that I was thinking I would lease it because I don't need an auger wagon for pea that holds peas. But that auger wagon holds everything, so it doesn't have to just hold peas. So it's an interesting wagon. It's a tipper side wagon, and I'm not sure that I actually like that all that well. So I might have to think that through and decide if that's the auger wagon that I want to rock my oats with. So actually, I probably will rock the oats with it because I'm going to have it for the same month. So it might as well. There's no sense in certainly leasing that one and then buying another auger wagon. Let's get the header folded up there. Let's get a view where we can see. So we're going to start knocking out some grass. I'm going to knock out this by myself, or I'm going to knock this out myself at least to start off. And then after I get into this a bit, I may turn this over to a worker, and I may jump in the tractor and grab the baler and start baling. All right, guys, grass is harvested. Let's turn the old MacDon around here. Let's unfold the header. go. Get out of here. Let's go find. Let's run this tractor here. But before we do, now where are we at? Oh, let's zip around here. So we're going to use a little trickeration here. Actually, I guess it's not really trickeration, but we are going to go over here to the fertilizer. We're going to fill this fertilizer tank up in front of this puppy, and that is going to act as a counterweight. So we don't need to run front weight on this tractor. We'll just run that fertilizer tank and we'll run the baler. Jump over here and get the baler. Let's unfold the baler. Let's lower the pickup. Let's turn it on. Turn the baler off. Turn the baler. Okay, the bale wrapper is on, and that's what we want. Away. What the hell? We're not picking anything up. What do we got going on here? Bale wrapper off, turn off baler, lower pickup. That would probably help. Probably help if we lowered the pickup. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, here we go, folks. We are going to knock out some bales. This is going to be a bit repetitive, just like the grass cutting was. But you know what? This is farming for the most part. It is a lot of repetition. So we'll get this picked up, we'll get us a bale shed set up, and then we're going to be ready to start harvesting some peas. And frankly, we're ready to start harvesting some oats too. I'm just going to go down this side here and pick up all this extra stuff. Kind of straggling out here just to make our lives access to this land. Okay, well, why is there damn straw on it? Why is there straw on it if I don't have access to it? Alright, well, we'll turn around here and we will get busy going back this way. So I decided after the straw bale, I'm not running the baler more than 25 miles an hour anymore, and if I need to pick up straw or wheat or grass faster than that, I will buy a second baler. Oh, we filled the fertilizer. How do I not have access to this land? I own the damn land. I don't understand why you let me cut the damn grass in if I don't own the damn land. I don't understand how I don't own the land if I own the land on both sides of it. Whatever. Alright. That may have been a waste of time. Baling all that, or cutting all that grass. So I was able to pick all that up down here. I don't understand. We got stuck. We got stuck between our bale and the end of our mat. Oh, dadgummit, I forgot to reset the stupid bale counter. Oh, crap, oh, crap. I don't have any. Well, we got a bunch of bales already. 6. See if we can count them coming back the other way. I don't know what our bale counter was at. You know what I mean. We're just gonna bail. I ain't gonna worry about it. Count them after we pick them up. Whatever bale storage we put them in, will count them for us. This is actually yielding pretty good. I mean, we're knocking out at least 2, if not 3 bales per row. That's going to be a healthy dose of round bales, sure. For sure. Looks like we knocked out 4 bales on that last row, but probably one of them was close to 4, so call it 3.5 bales per row. Get more bales than I thought we would after I left this field. go have a look at that. Sorry guys, dropped my mouse. I like that. I like that a lot. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to jump back in the construction menu. We're going to do just a little bit cosmetic work here. Get our gravel, which is what we like to paint our stuff in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is our bale barn. I don't know what the hell that's there from, but I'll get rid of that too. Let's get our, where'd it go? Concrete. Yes, sirree, Bob. That is a beautiful, beautiful barn. I like it a lot. So we've got 756,000 liters of, what is that, about 70 bales? That's not bad. That is not bad. It's grass right now, but it will be silage in a few months. I couldn't peek down here and see if I dumped a bale down here anywhere. I don't remember if I did. No, sir. Alright. And away we go. So let's get the loader on. There's the loader. Oh yeah. Pick up the last few bales. It looks like, if I'm right, we're going to have 4 bales left out here, which means that's 2 trailer loads of 34 bales. So we harvested 72 bales of silage. So not bad. Well, I guess I could have done the math myself. Yeah. I guess we did do the math ourselves. So 72 bales. So 700. What we decide, 770,000 liters, 750,000 liters. I don't remember. It's 72 bales in the shed there. I think the shed holds 400, which means it should hold a full harvest from the 2 big fields. It won't hold a full harvest from all 3 fields, but I'll tell you what, if that becomes an issue, we will slap another one of those puppies down right next to it. Store the shit out of some silage bales. Alright guys, I'm going to put the trailer up. And man, I I gotta tell you, I think that's a wrap for June, guys. Neither of the other fields need any attention. Keep my head turned around here where I can see. Neither one of the other fields really need any attention, so that field doesn't need any attention. Actually, you know what? That field does need some attention. If I'm not mistaken, I wonder if we can. It's in the harvested state. It's 50%. I wonder if we can. Good Lord, look at all the freaking straw we left behind, or look at all the grass we left behind. You know what? Let me jet over here to this far side of the field where I slowed the baler down considerably, and we didn't leave nearly as much grass over here. I'll tell you what, guys, I got to slow that baler down. This is leaving too much grass. This might be a bale. I mean, I know that doesn't sound like a lot. That's one bale. That's $3,000. So plus, it just looks like hamburg shit. I don't like it. You know what? I'm gonna jump in the tractor again. I'm gonna jump back I'm gonna grab the sprayer. Yep, all we got is our 1,500 liters in the front tank. That is all right, because we're gonna go right up here. We're gonna go fall on that far enough that hopefully it's sprayer. Although I don't guess it really matters. We'll figure out how to dump it. We figured out we can dump it all anyway. Unfold the sprayer. Get our steering assist lined out. This actually shouldn't take very long. There it is. Sprayer down. Turn it on. Lock it on. Just gonna look and see if it's actually fertilizing this field before we put too much effort into this. And indeed it is. Perfect. Perfect. All right, guys, that is that. Field is fertilized. Let's jump back out here. Give it a quick look just to make sure we're showing 100% fertilized. The grass is in the harvested state, but that is all right because next month it will be in the growth state. And we are going to call this video done. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll bring you guys back in July and we will be ready to harvest some peas.